You and I can probably both sit here and agree that a $20 bill, whether it's sitting in my left hand or my right hand, is worth the same amount. But not right, actually, because you can't buy the same things with those same $20 bills. That's crazy. And I'm here to tell you why. It's called compartmentalization. So I'm standing in the line at Aldi getting ready to check out. I've got $30 worth of purchases, and the woman at the cash register is awaiting my pay. I go to my wallet and I take $20 out of the right side of my wallet, and I take $20 out of the left side of my wallet, and I say, wait, I also want to pay for part of it with my debit card. So after I hand the lady my two 20s and my debit card, she kind of stares at me blankly, and I say, well, I want a 10 back and another 10 back, and then please put $10 on that debit card. She's not following, so I have to walk her through my madness. Of course, I've got $10 worth of grocery purchases, so the $20 bills came directly from my grocery budget. Then I had $10 worth of baby care items, so that came from my hygiene budget. That last $10 was for the super cute sandcastle set that it's not really factored into our budget, but I put it on the debit card, and then I saunter home and guiltily tell my husband, hey, I'm a sucker, but look at this cute sandcastle set. Compartmentalization. It's pretty fascinating, actually. This is what we as humans do all the time with our money. And sometimes we have to do it, but sometimes we don't, and we do it anyway. It's putting rules on our money, different pockets of money that we have, that serve us in different ways. Like the budget. Thank you, Dave Ramsey, for your envelope system. And I'm no different than your average Joe. I do this just as much as everybody else. I mean, I've got my checking account, short-term savings, my emergency savings, my long-term savings that's not actually my retirement savings, my 401k. My husband has his retirement savings, and the HSA. I'm sure there's plenty of other I'm not even factoring in. Now, as I stated, some of these have different rules attached to them, not by our design, but by the powers that be. So that could be the IRS saying, if you take money out, then you get taxed in a certain manner. That could be the investment company that says this money needs to stay here for so many years. Either we are putting the rules on our money or someone is placing those rules on the money. And this is how we understand the money that we have and can actually plan for the future. And that is really what keeps the flow of conversation so interesting. If we're just talking about investments here, not that exciting of a conversation. It's what money is doing for our lives and why we have it positioned the way that we do. So an example of compartmentalization that I've experienced was a couple of years ago. There was a lady who, her sister had left her some money. So let's call this woman Sue. She and her husband had saved up diligently over the years, and she was really proud of it. She was able to stay at home with her kids, and yet still she and her husband were able to accumulate a nice chunk of change. But then also her sister gave her about equivalent to what she and her husband had saved up. So she has two pockets of money. From an outsider's perspective, it's all the same dollars. The accounts are titled the same, but she wants to keep these separate. And her idea was, my husband and I worked really hard to save up this money over here, and I really want that money to pass on to my kids. My sister's money, well, maybe I'll just use that for my everyday expenses because I didn't really earn it anyway, so I should spend that money down first, and then I'll pass the rest of the money on to my kids. Now, I thought that was really intriguing because at the end of the day, when her kids received their inheritance, they didn't know which money was what. It was all the same money. But to her, one of her biggest values was passing on this hard-earned saving to her kids, and she was able to do that by the planning that we did. That's compartmentalization in a nutshell. But everybody does it differently. So maybe a good challenge for you today is to go back and look at your inflows and outflows, what you saved over the years, and see how you are compartmentalizing your money. Maybe it makes sense, but maybe it doesn't.